Alright guys, so we're doing a Ikoria draft. We're trying to get the 5 wins to the challenge on MTG Arena. I didn't really have time to look over a lot of cards here, so we're just gonna scrounge this. Actually, yeah, we're gonna grab this guy. So the idea is to get the 5 wins. Right here, this one's pretty good. It's got vigilance. So anyways, if you're not subscribed, go ahead and subscribe. If you're subscribing, I'll be doing some giveaways, giving away some codes to build up your collection. Also, we'll be doing some pack openings and giving them physical cards away for Ikoria and also a mystery booster box. Okay, right here, each creature spell you cast has one less to cast if it has mutate. So that's a pretty good ability right there to have, just in general. I kind of like blue-white. I think I've said this before. So let's see here. The white is mutate. Whenever this creature mutates, you gain 4 life. And it says, whenever it enters the battlefield, put a flying counter on target non-creature. So these are both really good. We're going to go with this guy. We're going to confirm our pick right here. That was loud. Alright, so then we're going to go ahead and whenever you cycle another... This is a really good card we're seeing in the cycle decks. Valiant Rescuer. Whenever you cycle a card for the first time on each turn, you create a 1/1 white soldier creature token. Kind of that thing. Alright. So again, we get this guy, whenever this enters the battlefield, put a flying counter on target non-human creature you control. So that kind of works. There's a lot of non-humans in the deck. Here's some of the other things that we have right here. So I'm going to go with this. Again, we're trying to get the 5 wins. If you guys want to check my I live stream for 11.5 hours. This will not be 11.5 hours. It's just a draft. But you can go ahead and check out some of those videos. Like 2 hours, at the 2 hour, 5 minute mark. We have a deck that goes 9-1. Beats Fires of Intervention. So check that out. You want to check out that video. Alright, so I really like blue-white, like I said, in the set. We do have Ivy Elemental. This kind of works with Ozolith. If you can keep on flickering this with Ozolith or the Serpent that, Serpent was in Theros, I believe, right? So right now, this is just kind of a value pick. Counter target spell that targets a permanent you control, draw a card. I mean, that's a value pick. I don't know. Having removal is pretty good, so we're going to put that on our sideboard there. Vigilance, cycling 1, not interested. Whenever we cycle card, tap target creature. Again, we're not interested in the cycling theme. I've kind of found it that this jellyfish really works, because people are like, why do you untap the Glimmerbell? What was the purpose of this jellyfish? And I think the purpose of it is really good. You can mutate it, attack, then untap with it. So I've actually found its value here. So we're going to go ahead and take the jellyfish. I know it's a little weird. We're taking a jellyfish. I draw a card, then discard a card. That's okay. Here's the Bushwag Almighty. This one right here, mutate. Whenever this creature mutates, return target creature card with mana cost 3 or less from... Yeah... I mean, this would be a good deck in like a lurrus deck because you can just keep on returning stuff, but this is limited. And so we're going to go ahead and if we were running black, this is a pretty good one. But we're going to go ahead and confirm that. Divine Arrow deals 4 damage to target attack. Yeah, that's pretty good. Enchant creature can untap. Yeah, this is value right here. Alright, there's a crystal. Here's just a 1/6 flasher. It's a little bit big. It's a 1/6 flash guy. He's a crustacean. I guess we could pick him. I mean... Yeah, there's not much here. Creatures you control get +2/+1 cycling when this enters the battlefield. It gets a flying counter or hexproof. Kind of underwhelming cards. I don't know. If we're going to go into red, which is a possibility, let's look at this guy. That was loud. This is really good. Target creature gains double strike. They're just very simple card. Double strike, 2 cycling. It's very simple. Yeah, might go here if we go with red. Yeah, unfortunately, there's no value here, so we're just gonna go with this. And target creature gains +2/+0, indestructible. If we go black, oh boy, I don't like this. It taps you out, so we're gonna go with this creature. Confirm our pick. Yeah, that could be advantageous. Plummet can be advantageous. This can be advantageous. I don't know. Ooh, and we right in our colors, right in our wheelhouse. That worked out very nice. So this has flying. This is like the #1 companion. So you see this in the Fires of Intervention decks. You see this like crazy. Yorion, Sky, Nomad. Yeah, so this guy is insane because basically when he enters the battlefield, you exile any number. You choose any number. Doesn't matter. Pick. Of other non-land permanents you control. And then return those to the battlefield at your end step. So it's like, bam, boom. Alright. Oh, we get another one of these guys too. Each creature that you cast with mutate costs 1 less to cast. It's pretty big. But we can't pass this guy up. Are you kidding? We have to take him. And on top of that, whenever this creature mutates, tap up to X target creatures, where X is the number of times this creature is mutated. Those creatures... I mean, if anything, you get a beefy 7/7 for 6. Let's see what else we got. It's a pretty good mutative card. Whenever this creature mutates, put 2/+1/+1 counters on target creature. I do like green here. So the question is, do we go with green? Because green's pretty good. Blue-green, we haven't ran that yet. I don't know. Let's take this guy. He's kind of big. Okay. Whenever this creature mutates, other creatures you control get +X/+X until end turn, where X is the number of times this creature is mutated. Humans you control get +1/+1. Hey guys, I meant to do this a lot earlier. Evolving Wilds. It's resourceful. It doesn't hurt to have it. I'll take it in here. This thing right here. Ruinous Ultimatum. Okay, so I would take this card if I was drafting, if I was playing versus people I'm drafting, because I would want to take this card right out. Or even just for my collection. In real life, that's what I would do. That's the real life decision that I would make. Okay, enchanted creature gets +1/+1, and if it has vigilance, there is vigilance in this deck. I like this one. Volk, this thing, you give, we're taking this one. My favorite, if you've been paying attention to my drafts, this is my favorite one. Whenever this creature mutates, put a +1/+1 counter on it, and it gives a creature flying. So it's just like double wham in the face. Okay, right here, well, we're out of these colors. No, doesn't do it for me. When it enters the battlefield, tap target creature an opponent controls. That's annoying. Yeah, we like annoying cards, so we're going to confirm that pick. This is a good land. Has blue, white, red. Comes in play tapped. We are playing with blue-white, so that does consideration here. But, you know, realistically, it's so hard to get mana hosed. Because notice that all these are 1, pretty much. This is the hybrid colors. So it's pretty much, it's hard to get hosed here. And quite frankly, this little cat has purpose. So reluctantly, I'm going to actually take the cat over the land. And that's something, again, in real life, I probably take the land. But whenever this creature mutates, okay. I've always said if this had flash, this card would be fantastic. Whenever this creature mutates, return target instant or sorcery card from your graveyard to your hand. Alright, this spell costs 2 less to cast. If you control creature flying, return target non-land permanent opponent controls. Okay, so again, a little bit annoying. We're just going to confirm this pick right here. Let's see where we're at with cards. We have 12 creatures to 14 picks, so that's really good. Put a +1/+1 counter. Target creature gets +2/+2 until end of turn. If it's blocking, instead good gosh. Put 2 +1/+1 counters. I meant to start this stream earlier, guys, and I really meant to do that. And guys and girls, and destroy target enchantment. Yeah, let's take this. Buff up our creatures. Oh, we'll take this guy. See, this is really good. Solid footing's really good. So, a creature gets +1/+1, but if it has vigilance, then it deals damage to its toughness rather than its power. And that works really well with this. You can turn a 1/4 creature into a 2/5 and attacks as a 5/5. This, so we're gonna, oops. Well, it drafted the wrong card. I didn't want that. Okay, but we'll draft it anyway. We'll draft this guy right here. I was talking a little bit too long there. Whenever it attacks, other humans you control get +1/+0. How many humans do we have? Virtually none. Yeah. Alright. We'll take this. Boy. Put this in the sideboard. Okay. Whenever it enters the battlefield, if you cast it, copy target instant or sorcery spell you control. Okay, so that's pretty good. If non-combat damage would be dealt to prevent that damage, put a +1/+1 counter for each 1 damage prevented this way. So it's a non-combat damage. Flicker. A lot of goodies in this one, right? Flying. Counter target spell once the control pays 4. Yeah, we could have another jellyfish. It's got flying and we could just mutate it. Alright, so we need some mutating cards here. Yeah, we'll take some ramp. Where are we at with creatures here? We have 15 creatures. Mutate. Whenever this creature mutates, draw a card. You know what? Actually, I'm going to pick that. We really want to get that flying out there. We're going to take the otter. Whenever it deals damage, draw a card. Yep. Thieving otter. Blade banishing. Okay, that's consideration. Nice removal. So we have 17 creatures. I think now we're just getting value picks. I think now at this point we're just getting value. Anticipate, really good card, but you know what? I'm valuing creatures, especially with solid footing. If we can get another solid footing in here, then we can really make these, because we can take this out and really make solid footing really work for us. We can make it happen. Alright. If non-combat damage would be dealt to prevent that damage, put plus one. Prevented this way. It's just a 1/3 bird. Bird goat. Doesn't really do much. It's a flyer. I'd actually rather have that. There's nothing really here, so we just kind of pick for our collection. Okay, what could work in a collection maybe? Right here, whenever it enters the battlefield. Okay, pretty cool. So we can take that. Okay, not bad. If we feel like we need more flyers, we can take that. Okay, we'll take that. Oh, I'd like to see another solid footing, but I don't think anybody's going to pass it to me. No! We got fully grown. Alright, so basically if you pick more than 4 rares or mythic rare cards, you get 20 gems in your collection. That's basically how that works, guys. Alright, so I think with this draft, we are just creature wazooed heavy. So now it's just, we got to deduce what the heck we want out of here. We did get this Tranquil Cove. I didn't really want it, but it may pay off. Okay, so we have to look at what we have first. So, do we need a 1/6 blocker? No, we don't. So this is kind of the one. Little Tree, the Spell Chaser. So obviously this is when we're not having any companions. It's limited. It's just, we're not going to do that. But when it enters the battlefield, if you cast it, you can copy target instant or sorcery spell you control and make new targets of that. And had we had more ramp spells, like this would be fantastic, because you could cast this. So we're going to leave this in here, because let's see how many ramp spells we do have. Not much. I really wanted to drafted this Baby Godzilla. And you know what happened? Remember when I was talking and I was like, blah, 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 and it picked for me? I meant to pick another Baby Godzilla, because each spell you cast costs 1 less if it has mutate. So it's just basically like, and then whenever you cast a creature spell, if it has mutate, draw a card and discard a card. So it's just really an awesome card. 18 creatures is still pretty strong. So now we just have to look at what we can do. Solid Footing does really well with, like I said, where's this at? This, right? Because it gives a +1/+1 counter, then instead of dealing, it deals its toughness to its power. So attacks is a 5/5, basically. And that's a pretty good combo if you can get it down. It really pays off. Draw cards and discard a card, or Glimmer Bell. So let's see what we have that we can mutate, right? So we don't have too much mutation in here. Yeah, I'm going to take out a Gust of Wind. And we're going to go heavy with 18 creatures. We do have some removal with Divine Arrow. We have a little bit of ramp to bigger creatures bigger with Solid Footing. And this card, give creature +2/+2. It's not as much as I would... And we have this, give +2/+2. It's not as much as I would want. But enough is there. We also have this right here. We could flicker I'm trying to think how our flicker ability could work. It's not really going to work here. Okay, so we do have this big 3/6. And maybe we just don't need that to be that big. Maybe, 6 mana is quite the load. Like, that's a pretty big load there. Let's replace it with... Not much to replace it with. Whenever this creature enters the battlefield, target creature doesn't untap. That's also good. We also have another flyer. How many flyers do we have in here? 1 flyer. The whole point is you can make, like a jellyfish, you can mutate it and make it so much bigger. And then you can untap it. That's the kind of like the point there. So we're going to run this. And so our curb is 2.9. Pretty low curb for Ikoria, actually. Not 18 creatures and 17 land. We are done. We're about to play this. Let's do this. But yeah, so even if you don't want to subscribe, just dropping a like really helps. We go first, and we have a lot going on. We'll keep. We got a Solid Footing, a Glimmerbell, Baby Godzilla, Thieving Otter, and Wingspring Mentor. All right. See what our opponent's going to do. Still seeing what our opponent's going to do. So we need to get a land, that's for sure. Evolving Wilds. Pretty good in limited. I don't like it for constructed, but pretty good for limited play. Yep. You just don't like getting them like on turn 3 or 4. Oh, here's a combo, guys, right here. Then you have this right here. Enchanted creature, if it has vigilance, deals damage equal to its power rather than its toughness. So, remember that little combo I kept on? I was like, if you do this... We do need a land, though. I can't under... So he's playing Golgari. Black-green. So with this, he can all... There's this one card in Ikoria. It's really devastating. It's 1 colorless, 1 black. Destroy target creature, or remove 3+1/+1 counters off a creature. It's really devastating. So I don't know if our opponent's having trouble or he's just debating a lot, but it's been slow from the start. We didn't get a land. That's pretty bad. Because if he kills this creature and this fails, at least if we had a land, we could cast a creature. After this. We have 17 land in a 40-card deck. That's pretty hard to get hosed. So he's going to cycle. Oh, he sees that automatically. So it's going to attack as a 5/5, guys. That's what I was talking about. The Solid Footing. Right in the draft. We do need to get land, though. I mean... Like, we need to get it. I cannot emphasize we need to get mana. We have 17 land in here, so it's almost with mathematical 100% certainty that we get a land here. So he's just going to bring out a 2/3 to be able to kind of block this creature. It does have reach. Alright, so we're gonna tax. That's just devastating. Boy, what do you say? We can give it flying. And then we have this thing in here. So we can just tap them out. I was going to bring this out and then give this flying next turn. But he's got that 2/3 reacher. And it's just going to take too many turns to set that up. Oh. So he's getting the mana. But I wonder if he needs double green. I wonder if that's his struggle. In this set, though, typically there's not too many doubles. Well, that is. He's going to attack with a 2/3. And I'm just going to take the damage because I don't know what else he's trying to do. Definitely not going to block and risk one of our creatures. We're not going to risk one of our creatures. It's just sometimes when people attack like that, you don't. There could be a give a creature +2/+1. He's playing green, so he can also have give a creature +3/+3. Okay, so there you go. Okay. We're getting land hosed. So yeah, I mean, this is hard because we're getting so constricted. We're just getting bottlenecked from drawing cards. And that's really just, I mean, from getting mana, it's just really hard. Like, we easily could have mutated something, gave it flying, went over his head, nailed him for a lot, you know. So we definitely do need to get land. We have 17 of them. That's over 40% of the deck. Yeah, I mean, that's 42.5% of our deck. So, I mean, every 3 turns we should be getting something. That's got Menace. I can't block it anyway. Add 1 mana? Sure. We still didn't get a mana? You gotta be kidding me. Like, this cannot be possible. But it is. Like, this is... I mean, do you see if we could mutate? We could just put this on the otter, make it a 3/4, swing over, hit him for 1, draw a card. Now it's just made it... Like, I don't know what to say now. We can't even attack. So if we lose this match, it's going to be because of mana. It's not going to be because it came down to... I don't know. Let's see, though. I mean, we got 42.5% of our deck. So, I mean, we've gone 1, 2, 3, 4, 5... Yeah, I mean, we start off with 2 land. Yeah, we definitely should have mana. No doubt about it. And unfortunately, we have good stuff in our hand. We just can't cast it. I'm gonna block this to this, just to get, well, put +1/+1 counter on each creature you control with flying. It's got menace. We'll take the damage for now. We finally get a mana, but that's just ridiculous. Redonkulous. Yeah, we're gonna mutate this card and put it on the otter. What do you think? Gains flying. Whenever it deals damage, draw a card. Does he got a kill spell in his hand? We'll discard jellyfish. Okay, we're gonna put it over. We draw another card because it mutates. Whenever a creature we cast has with a mutate, we draw a card and then discard a card. So, I don't know. This is just a weird game. Then whenever we deal damage, we draw a card. So constant card draw. Look at the top 3 cards of the library, put 2 of them in your hand, and the other 2 in your graveyard. Deals 2 damage. He's down to 4. Alright, so we're aim is 5 wins, guys. That is the challenge. I do agree, Alvaro. Yeah, jellyfish, that's the reason why you have it in there. I think when this set came out, people were like, what's the jellyfish doing in here? Yeah, you mutate that thing. It already has flying for you. You can untap it. I agree. But yeah, we went about, like, what, 3 or 4 turns without getting land, so that was harsh. And this is really good to flicker with this. Right? You can tap a creature, it doesn't untap, and then you can bring this back in and re-flicker. I think this card is nasty. It's played in Fires of Intervention, because blue-white control. It doesn't... Same thing with that macrosage creature with Fires. Whew. That's going to be a heavily played companion. So we're going to see this right here. Ooh. He's going to be smacking with a 2/2. Yeah, he's making these weird attacks. And we can actually kill him next turn, because we can make creatures with flying get a +1/+1 counter. So, I don't want to risk that. I'm just going to take the damage. Okay, the moment of truth. Well, I say that because we can tap, let's see, 1, 2, 3. Well, let me reword that. We could have killed him next turn. Let me tap that. I forgot he had that reacher. Then, guys, later in August for subscribers, I'll be giving away. I bought 5 of the secret layers, so I'll be giving away possibly one of the lands there in the secret layers. Let me tap that thing. But that won't be until August. The moment of truth. Nice. Just bringing a 5/2 on the board. And then he'll kill one of our creatures, probably this guy. Yep. We do draw a card. Okay, so here's a moment of truth. Does he have a +3/+3 trample guy? Does he have it on this? Well, does he have it? Because he could there's a spell in this, and Ikoria gives +3/+3 and trample. That's the one thing I've been concerned about. He's been making some awkward attacks. Almost like he's got a bunch of ramp to get his creatures higher. Throughout this entire game, he's made some just... Either they're bluffs, or they're not. Yeah, I mean, just his play has been really just methodically slow. Well, we're going to block it. Then whatever happens, happens. Again, we're shooting for 5 wins. To be honest, I don't know what this guy's doing. Okay. Doesn't it feel like he just had a ramp spell in his hand? Just like through the attacks? It's just... I thought he was going to give it +3/+3 and trample. Because he's got green in there. Okay, return to the battlefield. Then it fights another creature. Yikes. Well, that worked. All right. Okay. We do have a 5/4 flyer. Okay, so here's what I'm going to do. Bring this in. Tap that thing. Bring this down. Give it flying. No attacks. Pass the turn. Then we have this. We can reflicker this back in. Tap this creature. Swing in the air. And win the game. That's what I'm thinking. Flicker this. So that can flicker. Tap this guy that has the reach and attack in for 2. It doesn't always go to plan though, right? This is an oddball deck. I'm not gonna lie. It's really weird though. He's got a bunch of mana. Like we've been struggling for mana. He's got it. It's really weird. He can tap this for mana. So this thing right here is a wolf bear. Whenever it attacks, you may change the base power and toughness of target human you control to exuberance, power, and toughness till end turn. So basically, make another creature a 4/4. Like this guy could be a 4/4. It's a human. This is an insect. Yeah, he's been making these odd attacks. So let me just call his bluff on this one. Because I just think he's bluffing at this point. Maybe not. He might have something that gives -2/-2. Or that. Dang it. Alright. The beautiful thing about this... Alright. Whenever this creature mutates, tap up the target X creatures where X is the number of times this creature is mutated. Okay. So we can only tap down one creature, really. It'd mutate once. It's a 7/7. So no attackers. Flicker that back in and tap that. We're going for the win. We're just going for the win. It's going to come down to, honestly, if he's got any ramp spells. With this 7/7. Okay. Okay. So we block this to this and that to that. Okay. Or yeah, so that'll become a 4/4. So the question is, does he have anything that gives anything rampable? That's the thing. That's what it boils down to. So in this case, it doesn't really matter. We block that to that, that to that. I'm not gonna risk losing this, but yep. See how it goes. Yeah, so I don't know what he has. This is very more dramatic than it needs to be. This is game 1. Are you gonna kill me or not? Alright. One of us will be dead by the end of next turn. It will happen. I will get me killed or I will kill you. I just wanted to keep him alive. Don't know what that was about. Return target creature card from your graveyard. Oh, okay. It was just trying. Okay, it's our turn. Okay. I don't know what he has. Target creature gets -2/-2. Okay. He does have that, but he can't cast it. He's been holding these 3 cards the whole game. I don't know what they are. Yeah, it's just going to come down to this attack phase, so... Okay. Maybe he's having internet connection problems. Could be. No, it doesn't have trample. Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah. Let's just have this out right here. -2. That was dramatic. I felt like I played like 5 matches. That was the first one. All right. So that was 1 and 3. All right, just a quick deck check again. I'm just going to do this really quick. Our curb is 2.9. And we start off the game with this right here, the main serval, with solid footing. So again, enchanted creature gets +1/+1, and enchanted creature deals its damage to its toughness rather than its power. So basically, this tax as a 5/5, pretty much, with this on it. That's kind of how we started. Oops. Go back to the draft. Play a match. Alvaro? I don't know if I'm saying your name right. Yeah, it didn't have trample. It was just a 7/7. I couldn't block it with creature's power less than 2 on the attack. That 7/7 green creature. So anything less than 2, you can't block it. Blade Banish. Is Blade Banish the one that's white, where you take a creature out with 4 or greater? Okay, we go first. We have Glimmer Bell. Yeah, we'll roll with this. Not the greatest hand to start off with, but hey, we can mutate this thing, make it a 3/4 flyer. I cannot argue with getting 4 land in our opening hand after last game. Jeez. When you have 17 land in your deck out of 40 cards, that's 42.5%. When you have 16, it's 40. And 16 cards in a 40 card deck is equivalent to having 24 land in a 60 card deck. They're both 40%. Oh no, Alvar, yeah, you can't block it with a 2/2. Anything 2 or less, you can't block it with. That was a deal on that one. Whenever a creature you control mutates with +1 counter on that creature, it's a pretty good creature there. I don't know if I want this as a 3/4. Let's just make this bigger. Put it over. Go get him. Let's see. I don't like when somebody plays this card. Essus Symbiotes. He's playing 3 colors. Sultai. Whenever a creature you control mutates, put a +1/+1 counter on that creature and you gain 2 life. And he's got another one. Not a good sign. Oh, wow, it's okay. We're getting nothing but land. We're just being aggressive. We have that. Okay, so we need creatures. So we're in the opposite scenario of last game. Last game we couldn't get land. This game we're getting nothing but land. So we're like that. Oh, look at that combo. It's just going to get big. It doesn't stop. Well, next turn I can save this, block that with Divine. Oh yeah, we can untap this. Duh. And then we can pass 2 blockers. Now I can block. I can deal 4 damage to this and have these both die. But I'm going to kill that one first. Oh, look at this. We can copy Divine Arrow twice. Because with this. Oh, okay. Yeah, we're attacking here. This is great about the jellyfish. You know, you can just keep on untapping it. You can kind of do what you want, really. This says right here, when it enters the battlefield, if you cast it, copy target instant or sorcerer spell you control. Now, here's the role interpretation. Does this get casted out first? Or this? That you control. That's the role interpretation here on this card. Whenever it enters the battlefield, when you cast it, copy target instant. So I think the role iteration would be this. And then this. Oh, Essence Scatter. Well, that made my that didn't help us. Yeah, I can't attack, so we're gonna have to bring this down. And we don't want to exile. No tax. Yeah, that is an awesome combo. That little, this guy on that. Well, if he calls odds, that's dead. So he's gonna call even. No! Okay, I thought he called. Okay. Yeah, we have to block it. Alright, well. I'm just keeping a card in our hand, act like we have something when we don't. Okay, this thing flies. Alright. Good game. Now what do you do about that one? That was a good game. You had a good deck. This does make me want to do one thing, though. I think I'm going to board in Blade Banishing over this 3-1. Oops. Yeah, that's pretty good removal. We can tap them down. $17 creatures, okay. So we're 1-1, goals 5 wins. That's the challenge. We did hit 5 wins. If you want to check out the Ikoria live play, I made a playlist on that. But unfortunately, I didn't record it all in one video. It took 2 videos, so we got the jellyfish. We get the frost sphinx. Take it. Not the strongest starting hand, but we'll take it. Yeah, Alvaro, I was thinking about adding both. I was just concerned about our creature base, but yeah, it is a very good removal. The Blade Banish. It's all right. Bring down the otter. I'm not gonna block. So, well, you know what? He might have flying. Let's just not deal with that. I don't want him to mutate a flyer. Yeah. Let's see here. This enter battlefield. Search alone. I think taking out 1 Divine Arrow for another Blade Banishing. Yeah, Alvaro. I think that would be a good move. Alright, so this guy just searching his library. He's playing 1, 2, 3, 4 colors. Alright, all he needs is Fires of Intervention. Mutate our otter. Put this over. So, whenever we mutate, we draw a card. And then whenever it deals damage. So let's attack with this. Draw a card. Yep, so whenever there's battlefield, he can put a reach counter. Which he did. No box. Alright, so... let's just tap it. Next. Draw a card. Target creature is +2/+2 if it's blocking. Okay, pass. Alright. Pretty good little nightmare card. All right, so let's see. Whenever put +1/+1 on it, was this a human? On each creature you control. Yikes. Death, touch, and vigilance. No blocks. Okay. So we got a land. Let's give this +1/+1. Let's also give it flying. And let's just go for this. 1, 3, 2, 5. Yep. Draw another card. Yeah, I think the way we're drawing cards in this deck, definitely a Banishing Light could be put in here instead of a Divine Arrow. Whenever this creature mutates, return target card from your graveyard to your hand. Or from your, yeah, permanent card from your graveyard to your hand. Sure. Alright, yeah, we're gonna let that through. No blocks. No blocks. Oh, we got another tapper. I think this is a game, guy. I think this is a game. Yeah. Because we just give it +2/+2 and 1, so 2/1. See if we go on. I mean, we have 2 Divine Arrows. Yeah, I see what you're saying, Alvaro. Unfortunately, we have a couple cards that are the same. We're not playing with just ones, but we're close to it. I see what you're saying, though, with Lutri. Yeah. We can take out Divine Arrow. And we could put in Blade Banishing. I think that could be the move there. Yeah, I think that's the move. Alright, so we're 2-1. The goal is 5-3. Again, the average is 3-3. So we're drafting away. And so I'm trying to set up too. I'm gonna be doing an Ikoria booster box opening. I want to do it live. I want to do a live opening. My computer parts are actually coming. The reason why I couldn't do the I got Wizards inviting me to the early access of Ikoria. I played, but I couldn't live stream it because we'll just say a company sent over $1,400 of computer parts to someone else. So I have to work with them tomorrow. It's been a month. All right, so I'm gonna mulligan this. All right, so we got Blade Banish, so we can just keep this. Yeah, let's get rid of Divine Arrow. Free Lutri. But what about our 2 Glimmer Bells? Enters battlefield was +2/+1. Remove a 1/1 counter from it. Target player searches the library for a basic land card, puts into the battlefield, taps, shuffles the library. That is really good for this format. Alright, let's get that off the screen. Here's what I think we do. Is we bring this out, then we mutate it next turn. So it'll attack for vigilance. I'll just pass a turn. A lot of 3-color decks. Wow. We played a 3-color deck, a 4-color deck, a 3-color deck. Tap target creature. Does the job. Okay, here's what I was saying. Mutate this guy. We're definitely going to win through flying. And we draw a lot of cards. Whenever this creature mutates, you draw a card. I have 2 Glimmer Bells in the deck. Yeah. I have 2 Glimmer Bells, then we have 2 of these. The 1/4 Vigilance guy. Alright, he's gonna tap Glimmer Bell. How dare he disrespect the bell? Alright, I'm not gonna block it. I'm not gonna risk it. Okay, just pacify it. That's pretty good. Put a little pacifier on that. Alright. Okay, I can make this a 3/4 flyer. No. I casted it. That's not what I was trying to do. Oh boy, does that hurt. I was trying to mutate it on the Glimmer Bell to make him a 3/4 flyer. And then we can untap Glimmer Bell on. Okay. Yeah, definitely did not. I don't know if that was a glitch or I accidentally hit something, but that we're supposed to have a 3/4 flyer. Yeah. Alright, well. You know what? I'm still just going to attack with the bell. Is he going to tap my bell? Alright. Okay. Flying. How dare you disrespect the Glimmer? There's a couple of these guys. There's one of these guys in M20. You could tap, oh, that thing again. Alright. We'll take 2. Just for no reason. We're just gonna tap it. Alright. Okay, so Target creature is +3/+3 and put a flying counter on it. Okay, well, this comes first. We serve him up for 6, 8. We still can't fully kill him next turn. Another pacifier. Eesh. Nope. Okay. I'm almost hoping he would mutate one of these creatures so we can just blade banish it. Yeah, we're just trading punches. Alright. 7-13. He's got 2 cards in his hand. I'm just going to untap it just in case he wants to misplay a tap. I doubt it, but why not? Alright. Another Glimmer Bell. See, Alvaro? There's our double Glimmer. I'll attempt attack for 3. He's going to tap this guy down, obviously. Sure. We get in with the bell. Saved by the Bell. That's a 90s show. If anybody remembers that one. I'm a 90s kid, so. That's that one thing that came into play. They were able to bring it into play. Creatures can't block with power 2 or less. That's okay. But we have this time, so. If they do some type of voodoo and bring this out from their graveyard. He's got the colors. He's going to remove a +1/+1 counter to fetch for a land. So he fetched for a land. He's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 at his disposal. So I wonder what he has. When enters the battlefield, put a lifelink counter on target, not put a +1/+1. Okay. Not good. Let's just see if he makes a misstep. Probably won't, but... Okay. That's interesting. Because we flicker everything. This will be interesting to see how these cards that are mutated, how they spread out. I think they just come back as creatures. I don't know. Let's just find out. I mean, that's the way you learn. He's gonna tap this guy. 2/2. And then let's see what the heck's gonna happen with this. Because everything will... His pacifisms will leave. What we have, our mutated creatures will... I'm assuming they'll spread out. I'm assuming that's what's going to happen. Boink, 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 boink. Yep, that just got crazy. Yeah, the pacifism should fall off. Yeah. Look at that. Well, if anybody ever want to know how that works, is how it works. They all leave each other, they all separate, they all hit the battlefield. That's pretty much it. Yep, no more pacifiers. Yeah, that's one scary board right there. So that's 3-1. But yeah, Alvaro, yeah, I think that the banish card, I think it gives you a level of comfortability right here. Where did I put those in there? Not Divine Arrow. But Blade Banish, it just gives you a level of comfortability to play a little bit looser, knowing that if they drop down a creature, even though we still had one of those in our hand, I think it really feels good. So yeah, you hit the nail right on the head there. Oops. Especially versus the green decks. And that's what people seem to be liking, is the green-black decks, because so far that's pretty much what we've seen. Alright, we go first? Okay, can't argue with that. I forgot we had this guy. Draw a card, discard a card. Okay. Double Glimmer Bell. Let's bring this guy out. This guy's playing 3 colors. Maybe. Alright. Let's drop this guy down. Glimmer Bell. Yeah, you're true. Yeah, draft, it is basically creatures. Now with M20, I don't know if you remember playing M20. There was a lot. I would go 6-1. He's gonna counter our jellyfish. But there was a lot of ramp spells. Infuriate, give creature +3/+2. Give creature. Then there's a white spell that gave +2/+2 and lifelink. There was a lot of creature ramp. So at that point, in a lot of my M20s, and you can actually go back in time and see them. I'd go 7. Like I think I went 7-1 and 7-2. I would ramp up a lot of my creatures. It was just kind of a little insane thing. So let's just attack for 1. Gets +2/+2. So he doesn't want that jellyfish to play. Okay. Well, there's no point in hiding what we have here. And it's going to get to the point now, we don't have anything over 5, so if we draw a mana, I'm probably just going to use his ability to draw a card and discard a card. Unless he remains open, of course. And then if he remains open... Okay, that's gonna be fun. Yeah, we can do a lot of things now. I prefer to get counters on creatures, though. It's +2/+2 if it's blocking, put 2/++ counters on it instead. But I do want to kill that thing so bad. Nope. Let's do it this way, right? Oops. And it doesn't really matter. It's always safe to put on a flyer. All right, well, it did a little of a job, but he's got the advantage right here. He's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 cards in his hand. And I did not realize that was his commander. Alright, so whenever this mutates, search your library for a basic land card. He's got the 4/5. Yeah, we're in trouble. Okay. He doesn't have reach. That's a plus. No, no, no. Why is it not allowing me to do its mutate costs? That is now the second time that's happened. I meant to mutate this to make it a 3/4 vigilance. Okay. I would have died anyway, but still, that's a little scary. He can drop that bad boy down if he wants to. Attack with a 4/5. Yep. Here we go. what a draft. Okay, he's got the ape. So basically, when this enters the battlefield, it fights a creature. I will have to tip my cap to him. That was a very, very good draft. All right. Dropping that ink. So we'll deal 4 damage to. Yeah, 4, 6. We can kill one of the creatures. Yeah, I think this is the one that we're gonna lose this one, but I have to sit on that divine arrow. Deal 4 damage. I have to sit on it. Nice draft, though. Good draft. All right. And then effects. And for him, honestly, it's better to keep the 7/6. It's easy to keep this guy. I mean, because he has an ability. Whenever he attacks, you can destroy a target artifact or enchantment the player controls. You can pay 2, return a target human you control. So this has more value than this. So really good draft by our opponent. Really good deck. I like it. Like what he did with it. And if he can give that thing trample, yikes. Yeah, I like the deck. You know, humble naturalist. Add a mana for, creature-based deck. I mean, I like it. Okay, mana. All right, well, we have to bring this guy down. Submit 0. No tax. Seven, 6. Yikes. Well, we're just going to pretend like we have something. We don't. We have nothing. We got nothing. This is almost where you're like, good game. I would do the same thing. All right. I mean, I could drag this out, but yeah. Well, we'll block that. Oh, we can't. But this card played Fires quite a bit. All right. Okay, so it doesn't matter. We're dead next turn. I want to see... Okay. We're going to cast this for this. I just wanted to test it out because there's twice where I tried to mutate and it cast the creature instead, so I just want to make sure. But yeah. So all he has to do is attack. The game's over. Good game. Good game. But I will not die to a Great Horn. Or a Naturalist. But good game. Alright guys, so we're 3-2. Alright, that's kind of what happened in our last draft. We went 0-1. Won 3 in a row. We went 3-1. We went 3-2. So... Alright, so we get your value is right at the 4-win spot. That's where you get your value in these things. And then you kind of overclock your value when you hit 5 wins. So you really want to try to go 4-3. 3-3 is not bad. I mean, you're still, but still, you really want to try to go 4-3. But for I'm trying to meet the challenge of 5-3. Then you guys will have to let me know when I get my new hardware for when I build a computer. See how it streams if they go a little bit better. Alright, we'll keep this. I think most of the decks we've played have been black, like they've had a black-green component, right? So let's drop this guy. Because we can always get that enchantment where it gets +1/+1 and the creature deals... Yeah, black-green. That is like the thing. Obviously, he's just going to take it. Yep. Well, whatever big thing he's going to bring out, we'll likely be able to kill it. Whatever that is. I do want to tap this so I can get in, draw a card. Or he just taps it himself. Now if he has something, he has to use it this step. Now back when I played... If you didn't use your mana and you pass the next phase, he's got it. Destroy target creature 2 or less. It was called mana burn. So you basically took the damage. So when you look at cards like Lion's Eye Diamond, you'd have to look it up in Google. But it was a $3.25 rare. It was considered. It's by Mirage. It costs 0. You discard your entire hand and you get mana. Back when I played, that was a horrible card because you had mana burn. So if you didn't use your mana in a phase, you took all that damage. All right, so let's see here. Just gain the life. You can return it from your hand to the graveyard or tap them out. Alright, takes 2. And our turn. Alright, whenever this creature mutates, each opponent discards a card. Get rid of this. Resolve. Well, I'm going to tap that creature down. Going to swing on our opponent right here. 2/2, 2/2, 1/3. We got a 3/1. Blocks the otter. Cycles a card. Untap this jellyfish. Okay, so whenever it enters the battlefield, they search for a basic land card. I think people are like, that's a crappy card. And it's good for limited. Especially if you're running as many colors as this. Okay, our turn. Oh no, we can just keep on tapping his stuff. That's crazy. Ouch. We've seen this thing pay off just like this again. Yorion. Huge. Huge payoff. Like I said, this is a really good set. It's highly draftable. It's got a lot of good cards, these companions. I think this is one of the more useful ones in constructed play as well. Oh. Flash, when it enters the battlefield, destroy target creature that was dealt damage this turn. What's this have? This has got Menace. Menace. Okay, that's all it has. Yeah, and then we can mutate this and tap his creatures. Oh, he's got the beast form. Like it. So he can return any number of creatures power of 10 or less from his graveyard to the battlefield. Wow. So it can have a total power of 10. This is what he brought out. I had a deck built with this card. Very familiar with it. It's got Death Touch, Lifelink, it's got Menace. Or not, excuse me. This doesn't have Menace originally on it. Whenever a creature enters the battlefield, each opponent discards a card. Oh boy. He's at 7 if we'd get a land. Oh, only if we got a land. Only if we would have got a land, we could end the game, because we could have mutated for 6, put it on this guy, fly him over. We would have won the game. Oh, wow. Oh, we're just one land short of winning. Oh, no. We're going to go 3-3, the average of all the drafts. Pass. Okay, so he's going to gain 5 life. We're going to cast him for his mutate spell. Can't block it. Let's see, he'll gain 5, he'll be at 13. If we make this a 7. Eight, 9, 10, 11, 12. We're gonna eat the damage. Because if we can get this mutate, we can tap them out, win the game next turn. We can still win the game. We can still win the game. We can still win it. We need a land. We have 17 in here. 42.5% of our deck is a land. Doesn't matter. We can tap it out. 42.5% of our deck is a land. 42.5% is a land. And we didn't get it? Wait, hold on. Can we mutate this? Put it over. Oh no, we won the game. We're gonna tap. See. Oh, we won the game. Oh, good gosh. Oh, we're 4-3. Oh wow, there's some gems in this match. Holy crap. Can we get the 5 wins? Alright, let me see if I want to... We got 1 Divine Arrow. 2 Blade Banishings. Like, we're good. Whenever this attacks, another attacking creature can't be blocked this turn. That's good. I think we just have enough. Like, we stretch our deck to its full capacity of what it can do. There's nothing I would... take out. I mean, I could take this out for this, but that's card advantage right there. We're just gonna run with it because it's set up really good. So can we go 5-2? Yeah. So guys, Ikoria, like I said, I've been harping. It's a really good set. At first when it came out, I think some people were just kind of like, I don't know about this set. Theros kind of had the same feeling, double avatars. But I think once you start to see the mechanics, kind of, it makes you really want to open up packs. And really build decks. So this is not the best starting hand. I mean, we have 2 Frost Links. It's not the greatest start. We can get better hands, but we can also get worse. We're on the draw. We're going to keep. Ooh. And this is a wrong deck to play against. So whenever this cycles, it gets +1/+1. You have a cycling deck. But in limited, that's pretty hard to get a lot of those. So to build a deck around it's really hard. I mean, that's really hard to do. Because you're really relying... As I say that, he gets 2 of them. It's like, soon as you say that... Yeah, but that's really hard to get 2 of these in the to build a deck around these 2. But he was able to do it. So good on him. Good drafting. Very good. Yeah, and if we block, he could cycle. Considering the deck's built around it, I'll block that instead. Yeah, I figured he would cycle. Okay. And all we can do right here is tap one of his guys out. Ping him for 1. This is going to be a tough one. I mean, probably the best hand this guy could get, to be honest with you. There's a lot of constructed decks that would take this, because there's a Flourishing Phlox Lurrus deck with cycling, and they would like to be able to get 4 of these. So, I mean, so you really have to build the entire deck around this card, is what I'm trying to say. Alrighty then. So that's tapped. Yikes. We're gonna need a lot to happen for us here. Does 4 damage to that. Not what we could do about that. Takes a 2. Very dominating and limited. And constructed, very dominating. Yeah, we're just going to have to keep on taking those licks. Good deck. I like his deck. Death Touch. I like it. It's risky, but I like the deck. I like what he's done with it. But this was a good run, 4 and 3. I think, you know, I liked our deck. I liked how we drafted. Kind of creature heavy. We want really creature based, kind of to a flying draw base. I like blue white. I think it's a really good combo deck. But as you can see, a lot of people playing with black. And the reason why you probably got rid of that is because you can tap it for 3 and put a +1/+1 counter on each creature you control with flying. Yeah. I mean, honestly, so here's the risk. If we don't block one of these, he cycles a card. All these will get +1/+1. The game's over. We have a Death Toucher. He could have a card that cycles. And there's, what is he at, 17? Yeah, there's nothing we could top deck. We have to risk it, actually. So if he cycles, good game. Yep, good game. And sometimes, guys, they just get the really good hand. I mean, you have to build a deck entirely around that card, and they were able to do it. So 4 and 3 was our run. We did not still meet it. We go 5 and 3, or 4 and 3, excuse me. So we'll claim our prize. Still, 4 and 3 is very respectable. All right. Then here's the booster packs that you can open up and stuff like that. So again, for every 6 booster packs you open, you get a reward wild card, and for every 30, you get a rare wild card. So that's why I like opening up booster packs in particular. But yeah. So yeah, I think actually yeah, we're just gonna end the video here. So 4 and 3 run. We'll still try to meet the challenge, but I think there was a lot of interesting things that we were able to do. Far as, I mean, there's just a lot of interesting things that we're able to do, and we'll open a pack here. Boom. Get the mythic rare. Ooh, we got a rare wild card. Well, that was worth it. So even opening up booster packs, you can see the power just in that alone. So very good. 4 and 3, can't argue with it. We got some really good cards for the collection. Basically recycled ourselves to draft another time. So I will try to go 5 and 3. We did go 5 and 3, but I didn't record the. It was in 2 separate videos. I recorded the draft part in one video, and then I recorded the gameplay in the other video. So, but yeah. So we're gonna shoot for 5 and 3. 4 and 3 is pretty good. So guys, you saw a lot of combos in there. You saw what a lot of our opponents did. Did a lot of great things. Our opponents did really well. We also did some things that I think are pretty good with that flicker card with Yorian Sky Nomad. I think that's pretty good. So anyway, guys, feel free to subscribe. Again, if you want to subscribe to the channel, you can go ahead and do that. It will come with some benefits. I'll be giving away free codes for Arena to build up your collection. And also, I'll be doing a live physical booster box opening. Well, it may not be live, but I'll be doing a physical booster box opening and giving a card away to one of the subscribers. So all you have to do is subscribe. If you don't feel like subscribing, and that doesn't seem beneficial to you at all, then all you have to do simply to help out the video, if you like the content, is just hit the like button. And in the comment section, tell me in the comments any honest criticisms or anything that you liked, and what is your favorite color in Ikoria. Comment down that down below. Guys, girls, I'll talk to you soon. Have a good day, and moreover, be safe.